want to know the major theme that I'm seeing in the divorce industry as a divorce lawyer as I do consults these days? I am seeing working moms doing it all. And I'm seeing the husbands step back and say, I don't got to do a thing. She's got the kids, she's got the groceries, she's got the laundry, she's got the meals, she's got the work. And by the way, she's making all the money and she's paying for the house and doing everything else. I'm going to go to the firehouse. I'm going to go play this. I'm going to go hang out with my friends. That's the theme. And women are tired.
Women are speaking up that marriage is the biggest scam, and that women are made to tolerate what they would have abandoned if marriage was not legal. Pay attention. We see that women were thriving before they got married. And as soon as they get into marriage scam, we see that their life changes. And this makes women feel drowned. Most homes operate dual income, where the wife is also made to work for money while catering for the home. And this leaves her exhausted. Well, if you are married, what advice would you give to women looking to get married? I've got some life-saving advice from people, so watch till the end. Let's jump into the video. I'll be back to drop my thoughts in the end. Please subscribe and drop your thoughts in the comment section. Let's take a look.
Scam! Marriage is the biggest legal scam. Yes, I wouldn't stay but for the marriage. I wouldn't tolerate this but for the marriage. It's not just what you want to tolerate, but it's what you have to tolerate legally. Yeah, you can't abandon your spouse. When that marriage hits rock bottom, you've got no other opportunity other than to work it out. These married people be lying to you. These married people don't talk about the hard problems they have. How many times did you leave as a married person? How many times did you walk out that door? How many times did that man cheat on you? How many times?
I saw a video today where a woman said that having a baby made her feel like feminism lied to her. But the thing is, feminism didn't lie to her. She was definitely lied to. Many women feel like we were lied to, we were duped, we were tricked. We fell into this awful trap, and how did we not see it coming? And the reason we feel this way is because we were sold a dream. We were sold the idea that we could do and have it all. We could have the careers we've dreamed of. We could have the marriages we wanted. We could have children, and we could do all of it, and we could thrive. But that's just simply not the case. And the reason it's not the case is because there's very little, if no, supports for women, specifically mothers. And here's the thing. Many women will tell you that they were thriving. They were thriving. Their career was amazing. Their marriage was amazing. And then they had children. And when they had children, their marriage changed. Their views on their career changed. They felt like they were drowning. Their life changed. Because as a society, we don't support women, but we definitely don't support mothers. We don't have adequate paid leave. We barely have paid leave at all. We don't have affordable childcare. Our school hours don't align with the workforce. Our partners still expect their wives to take care of them, to do the domestic labor, the childcare, carry the mental load, and their lives go mostly unchanged. We were sold a lie. And in particular, when you're partnered with a man, they weren't told that we were trying to have it all. And then that would mean we wouldn't be doing it all for them. And so, yeah, you were lied to, but it wasn't feminism. It was everything else. It was society telling women they could do everything without giving them any supports or equipping them to achieve equity in the workforce or equity at home. Men continue to do less when it comes to chores. When men get married, they live better lives. They live longer, they're healthier, they're happier. When women get married, they do worse because they take on more work. They do more cooking, they do more cleaning. Even without kids, they do more when they get married. And then when the kids come, they do exponentially more. And we also know that most women are living in a dual income home. And so if you're living in a dual income home, chances are you're working full time. You're also doing the bulk of the domestic labor and the bulk of the childcare. And you're doing that within a system that gives you very little in way of supports. And so, yeah, you were lied to. We were all lied to, or it feels like we were all lied to. I felt like I was lied to. I felt like I fell into this enormous trap. I had an equal partnership. I had a marriage that I thought was really strong. We'd been together, I think, 12 or 13 years before we had kids. It was good. And then we had kids. And I realized how all these systemic issues and this societal conditioning set us up to fail. It set us up to fall into a trap where I became the default parent. I became the default for everything in the home. And his life was mostly unchanged. Mostly. And that's the trap. That is the trap, and we fall into it.
And now let me tell you this, for all you people that aren't married yet, please know, I don't care how long you've been in a relationship. Don't get married because you've been in a relationship for a long time. Don't get married because you guys started living together. Don't get married because the pastor said, God said this is your woman, this is your man. Please don't get married because of that. Don't even get married because you fell pregnant. Don't get married because you already introduced each other's family. Do not get married because of all of that. Don't get married because you feel like you're running out of time. Don't do it. Don't do it. I see my spirit that the Lord said, this is your husband. Don't. Until you know it, until you're sure, you don't do it. Oh, but it is, I told everybody and our parents have introduced each other and we've met. I don't care. Don't do it. Don't do it unless you're sure, right? Don't do it. Oh, I fell pregnant and now, that's what's expected. I don't care. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, we've been together for so long. We've been together for 5 years. I don't want to waste those years. Waste the years. Waste them. Because it's better than wasting the rest of your life, okay? Waste those 5 years. Let them be wasted.
At the age of 54 and 2 divorces later, let me give you the marriage advice I wish that I had listened to. Love is not enough. Marry for character, not just chemistry. You're not just marrying them, you're marrying their habits, their debt, and their family drama. Marriage will never fix loneliness. The wrong person will make it worse. You can't marry potential. You're not a life coach, you're a spouse. Being alone is way better than wishing you were. The right person will make you feel safe. The wrong one will make you feel small. We'll figure it out is not a financial plan. Some people don't want love, they want control. Learn the difference. You should be excited to marry them, not just relieved that they finally committed. Be prepared to marry the whole family. Period. Hope that helps.
Another reason to not get married is that when your husband decides that he actually doesn't want to be with you anymore, he may just kill you. So you could dodge that bullet quite literally, but also figuratively, by just never getting married.
I think I came to the sad reality that marriage might not be for me. I just ended it with someone I've been dating for a few months now, and I am realizing that I do not know the things that I can negotiate on. Nobody can convince me that married people do not go through hell and back with their partner. And I fully understand that when you are dating someone or when you are with someone, you're choosing to commit to someone, you are choosing to commit to all versions of them, even when that version of them could be hurtful or it could be very uncomfortable for you. And the challenging part for me is figuring out when to extend grace to someone, because I know I'm not the perfect partner. I have childhood trauma. I have communication issues. Like, I know I'm not the easiest person to be with, but there's like so many things that I just cannot deal with, cannot move past. And that's something that's going to be very difficult for me to figure out, because deep down, I know that the person that I end up with, if I end up with anybody, they're going to have to compromise with me, just like I may have to compromise with them. When do you know, like, when to compromise? When do you know what season of that person's life to work through or navigate through? Like, that is going to be the most difficult thing for me to figure out, honestly.
What do women regret most about divorce? I find that women regret most about divorce that they didn't do it sooner. They hung in there. They stayed because they thought it was better for the children. They didn't want to deal with the financial repercussions, and they just didn't have the time or the emotional energy to do it. And guess what? They tell me then they wasted many good years of their lives sticking it out. So in contrast to what men regret most, women regret most not doing it sooner.
I stopped to tell you this. When you hear news of, I married, he abandoned me, he didn't take care of the children, he's not providing. 9 out of 10 of those gists is as a result of women that sponsored men in marriage. No other way. Let me tell you, there's no other way to prove that a man loves you except he spends on you. For God so loved the world that he gave. If a man is not giving, forget about it. Even the stingiest of the stingy men invest where their heart is. One of the proof of a man's love for you is that he will spend on you. If he has 10 naira, he will spend 9 naira on you. He will spend 5 naira on you. But when you excuse men based on he doesn't have anything, I don't get it. You foot the bills, some women pay their own dowry. Let me tell you, that man will still wake up one day, dress up, and go and sponsor the one he loves. So that's why you keep hearing after 9 years, after 10 years, he abandoned me. He abandoned you earlier on, but you were not sensitive to know. Give it time. Don't be so desperate to rush into a relationship where you are not loved. You are the one footing his bills. You are the one paying for everything. You are the one paying for wedding gown, paying for suits, paying vendors, everything. What is he doing? Even if he doesn't have, God has given him the capacity to go and raise it. At least let him bring 50%. But when you sponsor a man into marriage, anything you see, my sister, you gotta take it. So please look into this to avoid Jere Cambia.
You want to know how I really feel? Don't get mad. You're gonna get mad. You want to know how I really feel? I feel like I feel like you shouldn't get married. And I know I've already said this, but whenever I go to give advice on all these horror stories that I see, whether it be with like Hailey Bieber or other people, or that trend that's going on right now where it's like, oh, but there used to be a time. I really wish women would stop getting married. And there's always a conversation that's being had around like SW and how like SW sets women back and how it feeds into the patriarchy. And just because a woman chooses to participate in it doesn't mean that it's not still harmful and doesn't mean that it's empowering. And that's a whole nother conversation. But if we're going to say that about SW, I think this is my little opinion. That's probably going to make you mad, but I feel like the same can be said for marriage. Marriage is an antiquated idea that I believe oppresses women and unrefutably has a history and an origination in the oppression of women. So I feel like we're trying to continue to get something to work that is so flawed from its inception, and it's not going to work. Okay. I don't know what the answers are. It's not something that I personally consider because I wrote off getting married since I was a little girl. I put together the pieces of what marriage was and I was like, oh yeah, no, thank you. And it just hurts my heart. Initially my stance was like, some women, that's really what they want in their lives. I am more of a choice feminist in that way. I'm like, that's what they want. I want them to be able to have the freedom to make choices and to choose the kind of life that they want. And that is what they want. So it's great. But then I see these videos of these young women who are buying into this fairy tale that I believe it's a lie. A little bit, right? And that sounds really cynical, but it doesn't have to be cynical because life is beautiful and there's so many other things that you can want out of life. But I just feel like with the whole marriage thing, the odds are not stacked in your favor. And I think we need to kind of like dispel the idea a little bit and kind of rethink the way that we see marriage.
These are the few reasons why I don't really consider marriage and I don't really think I want to do it. Number one, I don't like to share my space. Call me selfish or whatever. I don't like to share my space. I might consider sharing my space in the future if I have a child. One child. But aside from that, I don't want to share my space with a grown adult who says he's my husband. I don't want to. Number two, I don't like being told what to do. I'm very stubborn, okay? The only time you can tell me what to do is if I am doing a job for you. If it's a job, you're paying me for it, then I'll be okay with you telling me what to do. But aside from that, you want to tell me what to do because husband. No, I don't like being told what to do. Thank you. Another one is the fact that I cannot walk away peacefully without any drama. The fact that both families are involved, you have to go through divorce, blah, blah, blah. Families will try to fix things. They will even trivialize your feelings, how you felt about whatever the person did. They will just bring up issues and have meetings that you don't even want to be a part of. But if you're not married to that person, all that will not happen, okay? Just because the person and move on with your life. And if you have a child together, then you find a way around it. Number four, I hate the idea of submission. I don't want to submit because I don't understand for the life of me why the same Bible you're quoting, said both parties should submit, but somehow it's one-sided. You don't talk about the fact that the man should submit to the woman. Both of them should submit to each other. And now you are putting it on me. So no, I'm not going to submit. If you're not submitting, get the fuck out. I don't want to wake up in the morning and start cooking for a grown adult. Go sort yourself out. I don't want to play wife duty. I love cooking, okay? I actually enjoy doing it. But as a duty, I don't think I want to. I want to be able to buy bread and sardine and eat. I have to ever do it, then let it be for my child, not for a grown adult. I don't want to do it. Go and sort yourself out. I'm not really a sex person, so imagine having to have sex even when I don't want to. I want to have sex when I want to. Not because you want me to do it, not because I need to do it, not because I have to do it because I'm a wife, okay? So you understand me? Because now, if I am married, that means that I have to do it even when I don't want to do it. Or I'll be told, it's my job. I don't want to make it my job. I'm not a porn star, okay? If I want to be a porn star and be having sex all the time, I might as well just register and start collecting money for it. So yeah, I want to have sex when I feel like having sex, not when you feel like, and sometimes I might not even feel like it, and sometimes I want to and you don't want to, but you expect me to understand. It's my body, okay? And I don't want to also force you, a grown adult, to have sex when you don't want to. It should be mutual. Because if I'm doing it because you want it, then it is rape. That's what it is. You're touching me without my consent, and I'm doing it out of, duress and undue influence. And I don't want that. Next one is the fact that I want to do one child. I don't want to debate that, okay? I don't want to have to start discussing, oh, you're selfish, let's have two, let's have three. Have another child, I want one, and you can't tell me what to do. So yeah, go ahead and tell me that I'm selfish. Tell me I'm not ready for marriage. I've always known that one from the beginning, that I will never ever be mentally ready for marriage. I mean, when I was still in my early 20s, I told a guy I knew then, like I told this guy that I'm not going to remove my last name from my name when I get married. Because I asked me why. I said I want it to be easy for me to walk away when I want to. I don't know who gave me that idea, but I just said it. So you see, I don't think I've ever been mentally ready. There was a time I actually wanted it, not because I was mentally ready, but because my family wanted me to do it. The society conditioned me to do it. But after some time, I realized that people shouldn't be telling me what to do. Nobody, not my parents, not any fucking human being, nobody can't tell me what to do. You can't. No, you can't. I beg. Go ahead and call me selfish. I don't care. What's at home? It is what I want, and what I want is what I want. And if you come on here and come and say, why are you telling us? You're just lying to yourself. That's the fucking business. This is my view. And if you don't feel, and if you feel like I'm lying, I don't think that's any of my business. That sounds like a you business. Okay? So go ahead, drop your comment and call me selfish. I know I'm selfish, and I don't care.
You see, most of our reasons feel valid, especially that one that she said she wants to be able to eat what she wants. She doesn't want to cook because somebody wants to eat, but she wants to eat what she wants at any time. Out of everything, that one particularly strikes my attention because sometimes I really do not want to cook for anybody. I don't even want to eat myself. That dinner was trending on TikTok. The reason why most women cook is because of men, not necessarily because we are hungry. We can cope with anything, but because men need to be fed. They keep saying that's their love language. That is why some of us have to go into the kitchen. So if you are still single and not willing to get married, tell us your reasons. Someone might learn from you in the comment section. What do you think about this video, guys? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Well, for me, this is my opinion. Men do not dream of marriage like women do. But if the woman they are with wants it and they like her enough, they give marriage a chance. Since the beginning of time, marriage has been pushed in younger women's face that we should fall in love and get married. Since we were little girls, we've been sold a false dream. This also goes for motherhood. From little girls, we have been groomed to be mothers. Can you remember the doll you had as a little girl? Okay, also take your mind to the kitchen set that you were gifted as a child. You got to your teenage years, you started making food, and then you make mistakes while cooking as a teenager. You hear comment like, is that how you are going to cook for your husband? When you try to wake up at your own time, your mom is going to yell at you and question if that is how you are going to do in your husband's house. So from young, we have been groomed to see ourselves as wives and mothers only. We have been trained not to think of anything else aside to end up in a man's home. Our minds are trained to see marriage as an achievement. But as we grow older, we have come to see that marriage is a scam. Mothers were also very good at hiding the flaws of their husbands. And majority of women thought marriage was all glam and rosy. Growing up, my mom never exposed my dad's flaws. It was when we grew older that we got to see the things that my dad did. My mom so covered her husband, and we thought it was the perfect one. When we look at marriage and see the things women tolerate and endure, we have got to see that marriage and motherhood is all an illusion. We were sold a lie. If you are married and marriage benefits you, please share in the comment section so that women can have hope that happy marriage exists. The way marriages are moving, it's really looking like a scam to women because as a single woman, you had more joy and could account for how your money is used. But once you get married, everything changes. Not only are women expected to drop their salaries, they also have to cater for the kids and husband while neglecting her self-care. Most women barely have time for quality friendship because marriage has made them cut off from their support system. They go through worse things in marriage and they can't talk to their family or friends about it because once upon a time, when everything was smooth in that marriage, they prioritized the marriage over family and friends that has been there for them for many years. And then they no longer keep their friends too because when their friend advises them, they go back to pillow talk it with their husband. The friend suddenly becomes the enemy. So when they later go through things, they cannot go back to that same friend that they have spoiled to their husband. If you want to get married, I would advise that you pass the bloom of youth. Do it when you are more experienced and know what you want. These men intentionally go for young women. They feel that young women are inexperienced and can be easily tamed or molded. Do it when you are more experienced and know what you want. You should not get into marriage scam to fulfill society pressure or because biological clock is ticking, whatever nonsense those men say. Get married because you are ready financially, mentally, emotionally, and otherwise. A woman's money is very important. It is very important that a woman has her own finances. It makes life 10 times more easier for you if you have your own money. One thing is to have self-love, but having money with self-love and self-worth magnifies everything. It triples your confidence in your marital home. Don't you ever force any man to marry you. You should be excited about getting married, not because you finally got a man to give you a ring and settle down with you. And then never lower your standards to keep a man. It doesn't end well. If you are up there, don't lower your standard for any man. It's going to keep taking from you until you go empty. I really do not want you to join statistics of women saying marriage is a scam. There's so much to say, and I guess we'll cover more in another video, but I'm going to wrap up with, if you can, please stay single. Alright guys, let me know what you think. All opinions are welcome. If you disagree that marriage is a scam and trap, please let's debate in the comment section respectfully. Please subscribe to my channel. Don't skip without subscribing, please. Stay tuned for more of my videos. Thank you all for watching. If this is your first time watching me, my name is Vikadi. I'll see you tomorrow with another exciting one. Love you. Bye.